Welcome to Second Declension Nouns, Part 2. We already know the second declension of regular masculine nouns, such as servus, servi, masculine, slave. We can tell servus belongs to the second declension because the genitive singular ends in I. In the singular, we find servus, servum, servi, servo, servo, and in the plural we have servi, servos, servorum, servis, servis. There are two common variations for second declension masculine nouns. The first variation ending in er, and the second variation ending in ir. Let's look first at the noun puer, pueri, masculine, boy. We know that it must be second declension because the second principal part, the genitive singular, ends in I. But the nominative form ends in er rather than us. The good news is that this variation only affects the nominative singular. All other cases have the same endings as for regular second declension nouns. First, we need to find the stem. Go to the genitive singular, that second principal part, and chop off the I. This gives us the stem, puer, P-U-E-R. This stem will be used for all cases apart from the nominative singular, puer, which is given to us as the first principal part. We can now add on our case endings. The nominative case is puer, the variation ending in er. For the accusative, we add um to the stem to form puerum. For the genitive, we add I to the stem to form pueri, and so on, giving us in the singular puer, puerum, pueri, puero, puero, and in the plural pueri, pueros, puerorum, pueris, pueris. Now let's look at another noun ending in er, liber, libri, masculine, book. Again, we know that it must be second declension because the second principal part, the genitive singular, ends in I. In addition, we know that only the nominative singular form will be different. However, this noun has a twist. If we look carefully at the second principal part, libri, we can see that the E has dropped out. This means that when we form the stem by chopping off the I from the genitive singular, our stem is L-I-B-R, not L-I-B-E-R. You can see now why it's critical to get the stem from the genitive singular rather than from the nominative. Using this stem, we have nominative singular, liber, then the accusative singular, librum, genitive singular, libri, dative singular, libro, and ablative singular, libro. The plural is regular, libri, libros, librorum, libris, libris. So, for the first variation, words like puer, pueri keep the E in the stem all the way through the declension, but for words like liber, libri, the E drops out. If for any reason we don't have the genitive singular to form the stem, try to think of a derivation, that is, a word in English which comes from the Latin word, and see whether the E stays in or drops out. For example, puer, pueri, masculine, boy, gives us the English word puerile, meaning boyish, childish, or immature. To act in a puerile manner is to act like a boy. The E has stayed in the word, so the stem must be P-U-E-R. The word liber, libri, masculine, book, gives us the English word library, meaning a place where books are kept. The E has dropped out of the word. It's library, not library, so the stem must be LIBR. Other common examples of ER variations are magister, magistri, masculine, teacher, which gives us the word magistrate. Ager, agri, masculine, field, which gives us the word agriculture. Faber, fabri, masculine, a smith or craftsman, which gives us the word fabricate. Whisper, whispery, masculine, evening, which gives us the words vespers, an evening church service, and vespertine, meaning to do with the evening. We also find the word liberi, liberorum, masculine plural, children, which was only used in the plural in classical times. We know that second declension masculine nouns ending in US form the evocative singular in E and the evocative plural in I, just like the nominative plural. For example, serwe, O slave, and servi, O slaves. Domine, O master, and domini, O masters. However, second declension masculine nouns ending in ER have no separate vocative form. The vocative of puer is puer, O boy, exactly the same as the nominative. In the plural, the vocative is pueri, O boys, exactly the same as the nominative plural. The second variation applies to only one noun, were, were, masculine, man, and its compounds. This must be a second declension noun because the genitive singular ends in I, but the nominative singular ends in IR. Once again, only the nominative singular form is different. All the other case endings are attached to the end of the stem, VIR. So the declension looks like this: were, we rum, we ri, we row, we row, we ri, we rose, we rorum, we res, we res. As with puer and the other ER variation nouns, there is no separate vocative form. Were means O man, and weri means O men. Were has some rare compounds which decline the same way. For example, triumvir, triumviri, masculine, a man who is part of a group of three, or triumvirate. Decemvir, decemviri, masculine, a man who is part of a group or a council of 10. While we're talking about the vocative case and second declension exceptions, let's note that second declension proper names such as Claudius, Claudii, masculine, Claudius, Valerius, Valerii, masculine, Valerius, and the word filios, filii, masculine, son, form the evocative singular in I. For example, the vocative singular of Claudius is Claudii, O Claudius. The vocative singular of Valerius is Valeri, O Valerius. And the vocative singular of Filios is Fili, O son. Note the very common phrase, mi fili, O my son, where me is the masculine vocative singular of meos a my. Finally, the vocative singular of deos should be dee, but the Romans didn't like the sound of that and just kept it as deos, O God. And for the sake of it sounding better, they said deos meos, O my God. We should, too, be able to recognize the variant forms of deos, dei, masculine, a god. The regular forms in the singular are deos, deon, dei, deo, deo, and in the plural, Dei, deos, deorum, deis, deis. However, we sometimes find the following variants for the plural forms: de for the nominative plural, deum for the genitive plural, dis for the dative plural, and dis for the ablative plural.